Everyone has their own interpretations of courtship.
I'll put it this way. Am I her dinner man?
As in paying for meals?
Yeah, am I the man that pays for a dinner? Wow, then there's a next man that don't have to pay for it, and he's the sex man.
We're talking about a woman.
I'm asking you if you want my personal opinion or do you want societal opinion?
What's your personal opinion?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so in personal opinion, I don't think men and women should be dating in the first place.
Okay.
Just get married.
Straight. So when we talk about courtship, yeah, you feel like there should be no courtship period. It should just be we meet each other, we have the same morals and values, let's get married.
Not just that, but there's other things involved. Because when you say dating, do you mean like casual sex? Do you mean like going out on dates? Do you mean like you could have 5 guys that you're casually dating? What do you mean by we're dating?
I mean, everyone's...
It's all mad in the dunya. You get me?
I mean, that's fair. I'm talking about courtship. And everyone has their own interpretations of courtship.
I'll put it this way. Am I her dinner man?
As in paying for meals?
Yeah, am I the man that pays for a dinner? Wow, then there's a next man that don't have to pay for it, and he's the sex man. And then that's the house man, and that's my money man. And who am I in this situation?
I mean, you're whoever you want to be in this situation.
What's the relationship status say, girlies? What we doing? Do we make the Valentine's Day deadline?
Girl, is there any guys out here in London?
You don't want them.
Well, we heard they don't eat the,
Whoever said that, maybe there's not. they eat mine. They eat mine. But honestly, the guys in London, they're not as chivalrous as the guys out there.
Really?
They're not.
I do not. I feel like they would be more like courting out here. Like,
Listen,
take you on dates, open your doors.
Just because we have the Queen Mother as
More
our
romantic.
head. No, don't believe the British boys here. They are not chivalrous at all.
Really?
They are not. I never knew chivalry until I went on a date with an American guy.
Okay, what did he do?
They're not opening the car door for you here, sister. They don't open the door like chivalry. Like the guys here in the UK are still fighting about who's paying for the dates. The guys here are still fighting about equality. Oh yeah, but we equal, so you go to like.
Jesus.
Honestly, it's so hood. It's so ghetto. The streets here is filthy.
Does anybody else think that single men in London for some reason just don't ever have like real jobs? Like not only do I not understand your job title, but also like why do they like just get to choose whether they go into the office or not? Like it's like you'll go on a date and then the next morning they're just like, oh, I'm supposed to go to the office today, but I don't really have to go. Like I'll work from home. I can probably start at 1 o'clock. I can probably do a half day. Like where the fuck do you work? Or am I just that good that you just want to sack off work and spend the morning with me? Like, this has happened like 3 or 4 times. Like, what is your job? I do not understand.
Why do modern men have to work 5 times harder than their grandfathers did for women 20 times worse than what their grandmothers were?
Because a lot of times the men made the women worse. And though their grandfathers cherished their women more, and let them be women.
We have empowered women so much to believe that they are queens and that they don't have to work for a relationship. The dating apps have created a false sense of options for women. Women are getting attention left and right on different social media platforms. You had options of 3-mile radius of people that you were dating 20, 30, even 40 years ago. I mean, the iPhone and technology has changed everything for women, especially good-looking women. So men have to stop giving that attention because they're thirsty or whatever, and women wouldn't have any place to sell that hoflation or sell their honess if men weren't buying.
Tom London! What is your biggest fee?
Really?
No need for that. There's no need for that.
I'm joking.
If I did that to you, you'd be offended.
I was soft. I didn't hit you hard.
That's not the point.
Alright, calm down, because you got a good big game.
What's my big got to do with it? That's not a joke. I don't know you for a joke. Do you know what I mean? Lucky you can't run, darling. Anyway.
I'm not sure if walking is part of the skill set either. As more men continue to walk away in droves, Western women are left wondering why nobody's taking them to dinner, let alone putting a ring on it. For them, it's a more difficult question than the problems presented for a Fields Medal from the IMC. But for men, the reasons for leaving are boundless, and to no surprise to any of us, this resistance to dating modern women is at the highest it has ever been in saturated cities. I often bring you stories from the US just because it's incredibly massive and there are so many examples to choose from. I mean, New York and LA supply enough content to make 50-man guide channels, but this particular report comes from across the pond. The Telegraph article is called "Not Enough Men to Go Around in London's Dating Scene, Study Finds." Author and fembot Charlotte Gill tries to make sense of the discovery by writing, "Younger women in London have a harder time finding a family-oriented partner than elsewhere in the UK, according to a leading demographer. Stephen J. Shaw, a data scientist whose documentary Birth Gap explores declining birth rates globally, analyzed a sample of women aged 25 to 35 who were surveyed in 2023 on their attitudes towards starting a family.
This should be good.
He found notable urban disparity when it comes to how easy women find it to meet a family-oriented partner, with 40% of London women citing difficulties meeting a partner as a barrier to starting families. In the Southeast, the figure is 34%. And outside London and the Southeast, an aggregate figure taken for the whole UK, it is 32%. Once again, feminists dumped millions of dollars that they didn't make themselves into a study that could have been gathered in a few days with a camera and mic. Seriously, some of these first accounts are just obvious, like here where it says 47% of London women citing difficulties meeting a partner as a barrier to start families. This is what I like to call a progressive double fail. For one, everybody needs and should have a partner to start families. That's kind of the point. Second, this report basically revealed that 53% of the London female populace either doesn't know how genetics work or thinks being a single mom is some kind of rite of passage. But I guess we shouldn't expect much from women who show up at the door doing things like this.
London? Yes, London.
Hey, it's only me.
Okay.
Do you know what day it was yesterday?
Day yesterday, I don't know, it's Monday.
My birthday?
Okay. Happy birthday.
Well, it's a bit late now, but I'm shocked you didn't actually message me yesterday, to be honest.
Sorry, what?
I'm shocked you didn't message me yesterday.
Okay, but you blocked me. Okay, but you blocked me.
No, I haven't. I haven't blocked you on Instagram.
Yes, you have. You blocked my number. You blocked me off Instagram. Like we've broken up. Like a month ago.
Yeah, but you know, you can email me. You can wish me happy birthday. It's just the least that you could do. Even though we've just broken up not that long ago, I still care about you, innit? Well, hopefully you care about me, but clearly you don't. Do you wish me happy birthday?
Okay, but you broke up with me. Like, how am I supposed to say happy birthday to you? How am I supposed to say happy birthday to you if you blocked me?
Because there's so many ways. You've got my email. You can email me. You can even bank transfer me a penny. You don't even have to break the bank for it. Transfer me a penny. Put reference. Happy birthday. There's so many people that do that nowadays.
But hold me, like, why am I going to bank transfer you money, or like even a penny, when like you blocked me and you were the one who broke up with me?
I just still think it's a bit unfair that you're not even wishing me happy. But if it was your birthday, yeah, I'd have 100% still wish you happy birthday.
Oh my god. I wonder why women aged 25 to the wall are having a rough go of it. It really is a mystery, innit? In all seriousness, the level of gaslighting conducted by city feminists is so intense that they've become living, breathing satire. They spend hours on end laughing about how they don't need men and would rather be devoured by Smokey the Bear, only to act like this chick, wondering why she blocked her ex and didn't hit her up on Gmail and transfer her a little money for Starbucks. That, or they start analyzing something this article calls the London effect, which Charlotte tries to describe here. In London, women aged 25 to 35 also outnumber their male equivalents by 7%, arguably giving men more choice in the heterosexual dating market. In 2022, the Office for National Statistics found that the borough of Wandsworth had the highest ratio of young women to men in the country, with 33% more females in their 20s. Lambeth had the next largest ratio, with a 13.4% difference, followed by Hackney and Islington. Mr. Shaw said there might be a London effect impacting the search for a family planning partner, even indicating that relocation from the capital may improve the likelihood of finding a suitable partner for family planning.
That won't work.
He added that variables such as demanding work schedules, high stress levels, the absence of local extended family support, urban cultural norms, cost of living, and housing availability could explain the London effect. Shaw told The Telegraph, this data uncovers a remarkably high challenge in finding a family-oriented partner in London compared to other parts of the UK. Nearly half of women in the capital consider this a significant problem. With low birth rates around the world being driven by unplanned childlessness, it's evident that many women in London face a high risk of lifelong childlessness. Alright, there's a lot to break down here, so why don't I start with this one? More women, fewer men, and the oddity you guys can't figure out. This is something modern women bring up all the time in these clips and articles. They say that there are plenty of chicks to choose from and that men are just too nervous or locked up somewhere to interact with them. In other words, there are plenty of fish in the sea. The issue with this line of thinking is for most young men living locally. The selection is more like a lake than an ocean, so let's play with that concept for a minute. You can close your eyes or keep watching to picture this. I'll leave that up to you. Say you want to go fishing at a nearby lake and you hire a guy to escort you to the water and teach you a few tricks. He gives you a bunch of pointers, describing the variety and what each fish needs for the perfect catch. You're initially excited about the whole thing and finally admit to the guy you're looking to eat most of what you reel in. Suddenly, the look changes on the man's face and he looks like he's about to share some bad news with you. Curious, you ask what could be wrong. The expert fisherman explains that, although there is variety in the lake, about 99% of the fish are diseased or packed to the gills with parasites. When you look into the water, you see that he isn't joking, as everything close to the shore looks like it had just got farmed out of Chernobyl. They don't look safe to eat, let alone touch. You ask the fisherman if there are any other lakes to choose from because, at this point, catching a release seems like it's still a risk. He tells you that there's nothing else for miles and that traveling, at least for now, is outside of your current budget. Now, would the logical person, A, put his rod away, save up, and wait for a better opportunity, or B, throw his line out, and then just make sure he eats this week's dishes next to the nearest hospital? I think the answer to this one is pretty damn clear. The reason men aren't around in places like London isn't because they lost the memo in the mail regarding the ratio, it's that the selection is no longer valuable. Worse than that, it's most likely dangerous. Hopping across the pond for a minute here.
I am in an open relationship.
Open on whose end? Your end?
His end and mine.
Who initiated the open relationship?
I did because just because I'm a woman doesn't mean that I can't think like a man.
Here's the truth. When a woman thinks like a man, she's broken. The fact that you're thinking like a man and you want to adopt a man's behavior and sleep around how a man would sleep around, well, then that would make you a broken individual. Because you can only get pregnant and bring a kid full term once per year. So your mating strategy is quality. Men, biologically, we can spread our seeds far and wide. I can impregnate all y'all today if I wanted to, and thousands of women within this year. So our mating strategy from a biological standpoint is quantity. Yours from a biological standpoint is quality. Furthermore, women have more oxytocin than a man has, and oxytocin is a pair bonding chemical. So when a woman sleeps with a man, she bonds with that man. But the more body she acquires, the less likelihood she's able to bond with her future man. And there's statistics on this. Once a woman reaches a body count between 5 and 6, the ability for her to maintain a long-term relationship drops down to 20%.
Okay. So can we have our new passports now?
I don't care why you masked me.
It don't even matter.
I don't care what happened to you as I'm a 40-year-old man.
You got a daughter?
No, I don't.
Because
but that's not
fair, you're
But my
feminine.
point is this. You all wouldn't care if a man came to you feminine and said, my dad wasn't in my life. My mom didn't teach me this. You say, bro, you 38 years old. I don't want to deal with a feminine man that hasn't addressed his issues. So for me, dealing with a woman that way, I'm going to tell you the same thing. I understand you had issues or whatever growing up and you had to be a certain way, but I'm not going to put up with it as far as trying to be in a relationship with you because you don't know how to be a feminine woman.
So what's a feminine woman? What's your definition?
The woman that basks in her femininity. She knows how to be submissive to a man. She knows how to speak life into a man. She knows how to nurture. She knows how to take care of a home, take care of kids. She knows how to be accountable. She knows how to be reasonable. She knows how to be understanding when she's dealing with a man and knows which battles to choose when she's dealing with him.
Amen, brother. Amen. This brings us to another problematic solution the female paid study is missing here: relocating outside the capital. The main flaw: you can take the woman out of the city, but you cannot take the city out of the woman. The idea that women with massive body counts and Tinder profiles can find a traditional man in rural England to pick up the pieces is hilarious to me. No God-fearing man out in the boonies is gonna look at a blue-haired chick in fishnets and think, that's the future mother of my children. Not a chance. Also, all of this talk about demanding work schedules and cultural norms is directly correlated with the feminist movement. All the study tells men is that women made their bed and now refuse to lie in it. That is if Chad or Tyrone aren't looking for a booty call. But according to how this article closes, none of them even come close to understanding this, with Charlotte writing, Phoebe Arslangic Little of the New Deal for Parents at Onward, a campaign group, said, one factor that makes it particularly difficult to start a family in London is sky-high housing costs, forcing young people to live in house shares or with their parents for far longer than they want to. That leaves them with little choice but to delay having children. A young adult under 35 in 1997 was most likely to live as a couple with children, but today most live with their parents. This is why making it easier for people to have children means building more homes and ending the housing crisis.
Strike two!
Philly Ponaya, financial coach at Philly Financial, works with high-achieving women looking to build wealth and said, I've seen an increasing number of my high-achieving female clients struggle to find the right man. These women are bright, attractive, have good jobs and high salaries, and yet cannot find an equal to marry. In 2022, the birth rate in England and Wales dropped to the lowest on record, standing at 1.49 children per woman. And like I said, they missed the point entirely. Men aren't looking for a professional boss babe. We know what that looks like.
Did you ever cheat on me? If not, did you ever come close?
Definitely came close a few times.
Oh, what'd you do? I don't f***ing care. You know that I cheated on you, so
yeah,
like...
I know. I nearly hooked up with people a few times.
Yeah, but like anyone I know.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well that's boring.
Yeah, sorry. I'm more of a do it where you can't be seen kind of person.
Yeah, I guess I was a bit more obvious with mine.
Yeah, even when you thought you weren't.
Both times I cheated on him, it was a threesome. And that was the first
Which is
threesome.
like doubly defeating.
I know, which is like so bad. But that was when we first started dating, and then there was the threesome with the couple that we both knew, and that was a couple days before we'd broken up.
You seem pretty relaxed talking about this. How does that make you feel?
I've had worse. What was difficult about being with me?
You hadn't gone to therapy. I think you had a lot of issues that you hadn't dealt with. Those were taken out on me all the time for 3 whole years. And that was why it was incredibly difficult. As tumultuous as it was, I'm really happy and proud of the person that I am now, and I don't think I could have been that if we hadn't been together. You weren't the first bad relationship, but you were definitely the last, you know?
You were the first, like, serious relationship I ever had.
Yeah.
And it's actually stayed that way. So hopefully that means it's the last time I'm going to be in a relationship like that.
I guess so.
I guess so. Well, lady, creature, whatever you are, that's the difference. We know so. We know that Western women, at least 75% according to available data, have a body count exceeding 5 to 10. We know that you are never going to let go of the wheel and let the man drive. We know that many of you are hiding a kid in the back seat. Let's face it, probably more than one. And we know that the only way to keep our sanity is to go MGTOW and never look back. So for you, the quest is, and continues to be, blindly conducting hilarious studies to try and understand why men keep walking away, even though the answer is here for free.
Elizabeth, you're so emotional. Like, slow down. Wait. Okay. Buddy, if you want to impress my girl with a vehicle, it's going to have to be a food truck.
128. 128. That's all it takes. And what's your excuse?
I haven't found anyone to marry.
And you still posted the video?
Yes, they're still going to post the video. That is, of course, to shame the man for not wanting to commit to the leftovers. It's best to save yourself the time, save yourself the money, and as many of us have already figured out, the rest just naturally falls into place. Western women will conduct studies, record pitiful TikToks for our amusement, participate in meaningless protests, and knock on our doors for a post-breakup birthday gift, all while refusing to acknowledge the cause of modern dissonance that leaves them lonely and bitter. Men, this level of denial is incurable. There's no panacea on earth that can cure the kind of person who will dump millions of dollars on inquiries like this, instead of taking a good look in the mirror. They tried to reinvent the wheel, they broke the wheel. That's the gist of it. It's time to build a new one our own way, lighting a path that goes right around London, Madrid, Paris, New York, or LA. There's nothing there of value anymore, at least not for a very, very, very long time. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.